Hi, this is Lauren, and I'm part of Right Wing Media, and I'm also the co-host of What's Happening America. I'm coming here to you guys now to give you periodic updates of what's happening in politics right now. Keep in mind, next week is going to be a heavy-hitting week. So Wednesday morning, we are going to have an interview with Jacob Chansley, aka the QAnon shaman. He's the only one who's gone through the J6 railroad and come out on the other end. Following him on Friday morning, we are going to have an interview with Mike Davis. Mike Davis was a clerk for Scalia. He runs the AP3 project. He is a huge guy on Twitter, knows all things to do with DC, whether it's the Durham report or the Supreme Court information, what's going on with them. Wealth of knowledge. I'm super excited to interview him. We're going to have 30 minutes with Mike. So here we are. It is June 2nd. It is a beautiful day outside, so I decided to start in the backyard. What's been going on? So last night, and they've been advertising for weeks. The Daily Wire has been advertising for weeks about what they're going to do with broadcasting What is a Woman, their documentary that they did, and before you had to pay for it to get it. But they're broadcasting it live on Twitter because now Twitter, Elon Musk has provided long form tweets. So you can do up to, a couple hours of video, which is pretty awesome. That's going to be revolutionary for podcasts. So last night they went to post it, and somebody on the Twitter team, naughty, in the advertising section and marketing, they've censored it. So under it was a warning stating you can't retweet it and the view visibility is low. And people threw a fit because Elon promised. He promised Tucker Carlson, he promised Babylon Bee that nothing would be censored. So here we have an issue where it's already being censored, and it's the first controversial long-form documentary we've seen go up on Twitter. By this morning, so last night I was able to grab it and I watched it. It's actually a very compelling document. There's nothing hateful about it. It's basically Matt Walsh asking questions to experts. And what happened was it was blocked last night, and I woke up this morning and it looks like Elon has unblocked it, and they've actually promoted it, allowed it to be advertised and promoted. So this week you should go watch it. It's free. It's on Twitter. The other things we got going on. So yesterday, Biden took a really big spill at the Air Force Academy graduation, thus recalling 25th Amendment issues, right? We had that conversation when Trump was when he was slowly walking up steps. So here we are. We have a complete faceplant of Biden, our president, and nobody's having the talk. Like, we did it for Trump. Why would we not do it for Biden? There's clearly cognitive degradation there. Like, he needs to be looked at by doctors. People need to consider this. It was a big deal. Another thing we have going on to do with the Air Force actually is they launched an AI drone to simulate shooting SAMs, so surface to air missiles. So the drone's job, it was AI operated, but what happened was the operator could override whether it targeted the SAM or not, right? So this drone went full Skynet, right? Like from the Terminator. This drone went and first took out the operator because it realized it was removing its objective from getting rid of the SAM. The operator would go in and overwrite. So the operator was the first obstacle. So in the first simulation, it eliminated the operator. So then they went back and said, no, don't eliminate the operator in the programming. Like, you'll lose points for that. So then it eliminated the communications tower that the operator was talking to the drone with, because it was removing everything in its way from eliminating the SAM. So Skynet, here we are, right? We're right there. And even in simulations and even in training, we're going to have issues. So that was another thing that happened today. So if you've been paying attention in the last couple of days, it was Chairman Comer of the Oversight Committee has been trying to get a document from Wray, right? Christopher Wray, and it's a FD 1023. And this document was brought upon by whistleblowers, right? That they had interviewed. Whistleblowers said this document exists, and the document states that Biden took $5 million from a foreign country, and no one's really sure what country it is. I mean, we assume it's China or maybe Ukraine. I did hear Georgia in there for a while. No one really knows. It's all speculation. They were subpoenaed for this document, and they would not give it up. And the chairman, Comer, went and saw the document yesterday. They let him see it, but they wouldn't give it to him. So today it just came out that they are giving that document. So now we have undeniable proof of foreign corruption deals with the Biden administration, and hopefully those become public pretty soon. And speaking of becoming public, what else we got going on? I'm trying to think. So first of all, TPUSA has sponsored Scott Presler, our de facto GOP chair, because she does nothing. Scott Presler is getting $5 million from TPUSA to go ahead and harvest ballots, right? That's how that's how they did it during COVID. That's how President Trump's election got beat, was by ballot harvesting. And so now, thank goodness, GOP and conservatives have come out and realized we have to be better at them at their own game, right? So $5 million is going to Scott Presler from Charlie Kirk and the TPUSA team to help him harvest ballots. This kid has been running around the country getting all the registrations for GOP he's never been paid. Nobody pays him to do this. And I know he's come to my state. I've seen him work with a lot of different legislators, and he's doing a really good job. So it's good to see that he's getting paid to do that. What else do we have going on? So there's quite a few things. So the J6 files, so remember Tucker Carlson received 11,000 hours of J6 footage, and he did it through Fox News. So we're assuming, right, because they've let him go, that maybe Fox News is the one who has the total property rights on the 11,000 hours that McCarthy gave up to him. So nobody's seen that. And speaking of, the whole Tucker story, like it was a verbal agreement with the Dominion lawsuit that they fired Tucker. But also his next show was going supposedly to be footage with Ray Epps. Ray Epps is the potential FBI informant that was at J6, has not been arrested, has not been questioned, nothing bad has happened to him. Yet we have someone like Stuart Rhodes, who gets 18 years in prison, who literally was not even at the Capitol, right? So they're putting people away, throwing away the key, and this Ray Epps guy gets away with it scot-free. And this was big on Tucker for a while. He had done a couple of episodes on this, and his next episode was going to be Ray Epps doing video footage from the 11,000 hours. Well, Tucker got fired. The 11,000 hours was now no longer allowed to see the light of day, because I'm guessing Fox has the rights to it. So McCarthy just gave 11,000 hours to John Solomon at Just the News and to Julie Kelly. And if you follow Julie Kelly, she's been on the ground, ardent, watching this. She's been following every single lawsuit every single prosecution case, and very detailed. If you want any information on what the J6 people are going through and how hard they've had to fight, definitely go look at Julie Kelly's feed on Twitter. She is brilliant, and she's so smart, and she gives great perspectives. But she now has 11,000 hours, which is fantastic. So we're probably going to see slow leaks of stuff that we've never seen before. And this stuff could potentially exonerate these people who are getting locked up and the key thrown away. I mean, somebody has to fight for them. This is political persecution. I mean, these guys went 12 to 18 months without even a trial, locked up in, unhealthy conditions, abusive conditions in DC jails. And if you aren't watching this, the DC judges are slanted and biased, and they come in. I mean, Trump is a traitor. I mean, the stuff that they say is outrageous and would never, ever happen or hold in any court of law in the country. Nowhere. And DC facilitates and enables this. So, I mean, the best thing that these poor J6ers can do is get their trial moved, which is something I saw happen to General Flynn. So he is suing because after, obviously, we saw the Durham report come out, and now we know that the Russia collusion hoax is total garbage, never happened, not real. That was part of the case against General Flynn. And so General Flynn is like, okay, great, the information's out, we know it was bogus. And he's decided he's going to sue out of Florida. So he goes and he does the lawsuit, and, just as many witnesses in Florida. Well, DC has come in, and thanks Tracy Bean, because I've been reading your updates. And the DC has come in, and the feds has said, we want to relocate this to DC, which is ludicrous, because what's going to happen to General Flynn is exactly what's happening to all the J6 guys. He's going to get a completely biased judge out of the realm of reality, and they're going to completely screw him over. So he's fighting right now to keep his lawsuit in Florida, which is great. Another update, we've got Trump, who was in Iowa yesterday, and he came out and said kind of something we all assumed and knew, but he stated that Ukraine has had more deaths than that are being reported, which has to be true, right? We saw the Bakhmut takeover, and from all the intel reports that all the intel tweets and stuff that I've been reading from heavy hitters that have been following on the ground movements, Bakhmut was taken like a week and a half, 2 weeks before they even disclosed it to the public. So they're really trying to hide their media campaign pretty steadily, and they're even arresting media who are filming stuff and publishing it. We actually have an American arrested for publishing media there right now, and the Biden administration is crickets because it doesn't help them. They're trying to funnel all our taxpayer money to those guys. So that's going on. Another thing that happened was the AOC press account. So AOC has a banging parody account. It's absolutely hilarious. You should see some of these tweets. It's stuff like, if the windmills aren't working for our green new energy deal, we should bring helicopters in to keep them going 24/7. It's just the funniest stuff, like, how do we fix inflation? We should just print more money, right? It's totally hilarious. It's, making fun of her IQ, and it went viral. It's really funny. And it's unfortunate because now it's gone. But if you got to see any of them, you got a special treat. AOC came out a couple days ago and was torqued, like totally angry. She was like, absolutely not. This AOC press account is a parody account, and it's going viral. And I just want everyone to know it's not me. And I want everyone to know that I didn't do this, and our team is trying to figure out what we're going to do, right? So she made basically a call to arms to like go report this account, which is crazy because it stated it was parody. It was very clearly defined. So the account, kind of punched back at her, like, how could somebody do this to us? And, and kept riffing on it. And they were so funny. But today we found out that the owner of the account has been getting death threats. So he shut the account down. So maybe AOC, maybe she couldn't get Elon to take the account down, which they did take the blue check from the account for a couple hours, but they gave it back. And maybe AOC can't get it totally taken down, but AOC did get apparently enough of her followers to do, death threats or whatever. And on that note, it's June 2nd, so happy LGBTQ month everywhere. It was General Electrics or General Dynamics, one of those. They've already gone out and gone full rainbow on their logo on Twitter. But if you look at their Saudi Arabian Twitter, it is not rainbowed, which is obviously crazy hypocrisy. It's amazing to me how they get an entire month for just being gay, I guess, or having sexual preferences, I guess. And veterans get like a Veterans Day, and Memorial, KIA get Memorial Day. We get 1 day, military gets 1 day, a year, and these guys get an entire month for their sexual preference. It's wild, and I'm with you guys in solidarity. We're going to endure all the rainbow logos. Target's feeling it. They, after getting caught with all the transgender and the tuck bathing suits, which Alex Stein did a tuck bathing suit segment that was really funny last week. If you should go watch it if you haven't yet. He went to Target and put on a tuck bathing suit and ran around the store. So they got a lot of backlash, kind of the same way Bud Light did with Dylan Mulvaney, and their stock has totally tanked. And it's even, I saw today, it was being reevaluated by JP Morgan, and they're about to downgrade the stock. Billions of dollars lost, right? Go woke, go broke. But at the same time, they're trying to appease their ESG handlers, right? Their ESG scores, and it's just wild. So that's kind of a lot of the stuff going on today. I'd say the FD 1023 for the Biden $5 million is the big deal. Oh, and also there's a website out now. I can't say I don't know the website off the top of my head, but you can view all of Hunter Biden's laptop pictures now on this website. And then there's another site that was created explicitly for the foreign dealings that was also uncovered, all the documents that were uncovered inside of this laptop. So not only can you go to one website and see the pictures of all the naughty stuff that we all know Hunter Biden was doing, but you can also go to the other one. The other thing is imminent is they're looking to indict Trump over the Mar-a-Lago raid with the documents. And for as much people can put together is that basically the Crossfire Hurricane, which is what Durham came out with the Russia thing and said was totally bogus. Trump had declassified those Crossfire Hurricane documents, which was what the operation was called in the FBI. And he had taken them home with him. So he had taken them home. They were declassified. He was a president, totally allowed to do it. Okay. So he had those documents at his house. They raided in Mar-a-Lago, and they're looking to indict him on it, which is ludicrous because he was allowed to have those documents. They were declassified. And obviously we're finding out that the reason they didn't want them to have it is because it would have proved that what Durham said, the whole entire investigation was bogus. So the other thing that we're seeing is, number one, Pence today they had found some documents at Pence's location, and Pence was totally...
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets, sleepwear, dog beds.
Whoa, Charles. Everyone now can get MyPillow products at huge discounts at MyPillow.com. That's right. Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our 3-in-1 sale. We're bringing you exciting new products, overstock specials, and closeout deals you won't find anywhere else. For example, when you buy one of our brand new MyPillow 2.0s, you get another one absolutely free. And with our overstock sale, you save 50% on our luxurious Giza Dream bed sheets. That's as low as $29.99 for the best sheets ever. And with our biggest closeout special, you get our all-season slippers for only $35. Or our sandals and slides for just $25. Quantities are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Exonerated, right? The feds are not going after Pence, vice president, by the way, who doesn't have that clearance level to have those documents, but he got exonerated. And then we know Joe Biden had stuff from the Senate and from his vice presidency, like in his garage, by his car, like everywhere. And that's kind of just totally disappeared. So we're living in two-tiered justice system where, a president who actually has the right to actually have these documents at his house is definitely, he's going to get prosecuted, as to the two vice presidents who didn't have the clearance to have them is not. So, okay, well, I just want to give you guys an update. What's happening today? I'll come back in a couple days if other stuff pops off. And yeah, I'm just doing these off the cuff. And you guys have a great news day.